Welcome students. In this class of building material construction and planning, we have already seen about the most important, most usable materials, that is the stones, bricks and tiles. Okay. Now we will see about the usage of other important significant materials, which is the first one, it is the aluminum. So we are going to see the uses of materials like aluminum, gypsum, glass and bituminous material. Today we will see only about the aluminum. Okay. So what is aluminum? Aluminum is commercially produced from a bauxite material. Mostly it is the available material that is there, and it is found in the earth surface as oxides, right? Aluminum oxide, aluminum sulfate, aluminum silicate or aluminum phosphate, like that. It is mixed with some salt and it is found out as a compound in the earth surface. And also we can see around 8% or by weight of the earth surface is having a aluminum. So you can see the bulkness of the aluminum. First it is the oxygen and silicon is the most available material. Even if you say sand, it is having a siliceous material, silica content. If I am going to say soil also, it is containing a silica content. So it is an oxygen and silica. After that, the most available material in the earth is the aluminum. Okay, today we are going to see the aluminum as a very fast. Okay, so actually in the clay particles, this aluminum oxide ore is found out in the form of a bauxite. Mostly we are having, and it is available throughout the world. Not aluminum is not confined with a small country. It is available throughout the world. And what is the main advantage is that it is having resistance corrosion. It has resist corrosion, and also it has importance in the aerospace industries, right? And also the structural transportation, structural materials it is used. In so many places it is used. We will see one by one. Okay, how it is used in the construction industry only we are mostly will be seeing about. Okay, it is having atomic number 13 and the symbol it is the Al. All of you know this. And it is why it is called means it is a base alum. Alum is nothing but the clay particles. From the clay particles, this aluminum oxide is there. This is taken, and it is from the Latin it is called as the bitter salt. Aluminum is called as the bitter salt. Okay, so two types of sentence I am writing, right? One, this is aluminium. It is the British English. This I will not come. Okay, Aluminium. It is aluminum, that is an American English. So it is not both are different materials. Aluminum is in British English, aluminum is the American English. I may use it in some places like this. The production of 1 kg of aluminum around 2 kg of alumina, right? It needs 2 kg of alumina to form 1 kg of aluminium. The production of 2 kg of alumina is 4 kg of bauxite. Right, the main, I told you the main particles that we have, it is the bauxite. So what is the production process of the aluminum? Okay, so the bauxite which is rich in aluminum oxide, it is mixed in Al2O3, aluminum oxide is taken and it is crushed or it is milled properly, that is made into powder, right? That is milled and it is taken to the pressure vessel. In the pressure vessel, we have a temperature of 170 to 180 degrees centigrade, and we are adding sodium hydroxide here in the pressure vessel, and after that it is under heavy pressure, it is again taken and it is filtered. Right? When it is filtered, the particles that is filtrate, we call it as the red mud. Okay, this is a byproduct from the aluminum process. It is a red mud. After the filtration, due to the bauxite at heavy temperature and after the removal of red mud, we will have, because NaOH is added there, we will get a compound NaAlOH4, sodium aluminum hydroxide. It is that is a hydrous structure. OH4 is a hydrous, it is having some moisture. Then it is again cooled, right? And cooled through cooling towers or cooling towers, everything it is cooled, by which it is forming a crystallization. So here it is a anhydrous process which is cooled and it will be getting a crystallized water, crystallization by which that it will be solid particles. where water is again will be added, and AlOH3 as crystallization seed will also be added. Water is added, which is mixed together, and as a powder and also a slurry thing will happen. Okay, so the powder on crystallization, after that water and AlOH3 crystallization seed is added, and it will form a slurry. Slurry is nothing but is not a full powder, not a liquid. It is forming a slurry. Slurry is taken to the rotary kiln. In the rotary kiln again it is heated to a very high temperature and it is powdered, right? And then it is taken coming out as an aluminum oxide. This process is called as the Bayer process. Only one process I am telling you here. There are several other processes. Why I am only telling about this Bayer process is that simple process, and it also universally it is the applied process. Okay. So the next one, it is the aluminum production. It is sourced from bauxite ore, as I told you, and actually to get the aluminum metal we need tons and tons of bauxite, and I told you 8% of the earth's surface are having the bauxite thing. Okay, and due to the Mayer process, the reduced the smelting process into the melting aluminum. So this process where it is crystallized and it is again crushed to powder to get an aluminum oxide, we call it as a smelting process. Okay, so the next one, it is the aluminum production. We will tell the type of alloy to be designated with a serial number. There are different types of aluminum is there, from the that is white color to the grey color. The aluminum will be available, and there are a serial number that will be allotted, and this serial number is universal, right? That's what I am telling. It is universal throughout the world. If the serial number tells 1000, then it comprises of almost pure aluminum, right? Okay. So if it is having 7000 series, it is an aluminum zinc alloy, right? It is having a zinc alloy. Similar to that, other metals can also be added such that this aluminum have different series. 2000 series, 3000 series, 15,000 series, like that it will be there. It is universal. If anything you have to place an order, we have to hire 1000 series aluminum is pure aluminum, that is very costly. Okay, now the next one we will see that how the process of aluminum takes place. We will see this one, and the end when the application of this aluminum we will be seeing. We will be seeing one by one how this each process gave a very good aluminum products. Okay, so the first one, it is a casting for the rolling and extrusion. First we will see extrusion. Extrusion is nothing but that is extruding throughout a particle, right? That is extruding like this, that we can extrude, right? By the mold, right? We will be extruding a box like substance. That is a solid aluminum cylinder called a billet is available, through which the alloy will be heated, and it will be aluminum alloy with aluminum, it's a zinc or any other alloy material, copper, it will be melted and it will be poured into that billet. Okay, it will be having a die. The die is mainly made up of, mostly it is made up of steel. Okay, and this is what is the shape of the die, that aluminum will be formed in that shape, and that will be taken as a desired profile. Extrusion are widely used in construction, road and railway applications, and aluminum bars are of different sizes. You can see here each one is of different sizes, and this extrusion process aluminum is mainly used in the construction, rail and road constructions. Okay, applications. The next one, casting. Casting is also made up of die, but you will have a circular hard solid aluminum particles. You can see here, and also here you can see this is a motor part. We can have a die that is used and casted, and it will be taken here. This is also, you can see there is a die cavity through which the molten metals will be added, and it will be taken to the furnace process by which we will get. So here you can see it is a green way the two process casting is done. One is by the sand casting, or it is by the die casting. This is a sand casting, and it can be rough surface will be formed. This is aluminum and copper based alloys are mostly done through the die casting in a cold chamber machine. Okay, the next third one, what is the third one? One we saw the casting, extrusion, the third one it is rolling. Rolling, all of you know, it is rolled to the sheets, right? Aluminium sheets you have seen all throughout India. It is moving from one place to the other place, and the sheet of metals is used for so many purposes. Even in the this auditorium and all, as a roof material we are using that sheet. But what is the main thing is that we should need a very skilled labor for the working with the sheet, right? No, that is unskilled laborers cannot be worked. And what happens now, the alloy will be heated to a very high temperature, and the alloy will be allowed to move through a rolling mills. Throughout the rolling mills, this will be rolled to the thin sheets. It depends upon the thickness, 1 mm thickness, 2 mm thickness, like that the sheet will be formed. It will be rolled. It is less than 0.2 mm thick. We call it as a foil. Foil will be using it for the packing purpose, food packing purpose. It is used in the food packaging industries, and we will have 0.2 to 6 mm. That we call it as a sheet, which we use it for the different mechanical purpose, and the plate having thicker more than 6 mm, we use it for the roofing purpose. Okay, so the next one we will see is the properties of the aluminium. We will see quite a few slides. Some of the properties may be repeating, but I will be saying the basic properties are that it is a very good conductor of heat and electricity. So for many mechanical purpose, it is very effectively it is used, and it is a silvery white metal with a bluish tinge, and it exhibits bright luster on a fleshy broken surface. Even if you see the history, Napoleon, that is Napoleon Bonaparte from the French emperor, he has given the important VVIP guest only the aluminium. Gold is not given. So once in a time that aluminium was in that high post, right? But in 1864 itself they found out the aluminium, but it took 50 years to process it as a product. It came to a hand, right? It is a non-magnetic substance, and it is highly resistant to the corrosion. This is the main thing. It is highly resistant to corrosion. We are using as a roof materials. It is light in weight, malleable and ductile. Malleable means it can be drawn to thin wires. Ductile means it is can be drawn to thin. Malleable means it is drawn to thin sheets. Okay, sheets. And ductile means it is drawn to thin wires. Okay. So it is a light in weight. It is can be drawn to wires or sheets, and it is very soft. It possesses great toughness and tensile strength. How it is soft means compared to the steel, right? It is soft, and it possesses great toughness and tensile strength, readily dissolved in HCl. Okay, so solvent HCl used it further. So the overall what I am going to tell you it is that it is durable. It is durable, even equivalent to steel if it is properly mixed with some alloys. It is light in weight, right? It is non-ferrous material. It doesn't have any iron in it, so corrosion process will not be there, right? It is having a corrosive inhibitor. It is silvery white metal with a bluish tinge, right? So it will be very pleasant to look at, and it is a good conductor of heat and electricity, and it will be have ductile and malleable. I told you it can be drawn to thin wire and sheets. It is non-magnetic, corrosion resistance. It is having a high tensile strength, but not a tensile strength equal to steel. We can see that yield strength of pure aluminium is 7 to 11 Newton per mm square. But when it with alloys, it can be 200 to 600 Newton per mm square. So pure aluminium will have less strength, but when with alloys, it can have a strength equivalent to even steel. What is the yield strength of the steel? 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. Okay, the specific gravity is 2.70. The melting point is 660 and the boiling point is 2056 degrees centigrade. This is very important. Okay, so with this property is very good to resist the heat that is coming from the hot sun to the interior part. It is readily dissolved in HCl, and 1/3 density and stiffness of the steel. This is another thing, that this is a property. Only it is having the density, that is it is lighter in weight. Density is made that is equal, and that is directly proportional to the weight. So it is light in weight, you can see. So the density is also very less. It exhibits bright luster on a freshly broken surface. I told you because of its silvery white metal with a blue lens, it is giving a very good thing. Also it is a very good reflector. Approximately 92% of the light what it is received, sunlight, it will reflect back. It won't allow to pass through. And also it is excellent reflector of 98% medium and infrared radiations also it will reflect. And it is having a high elasticity. The high elasticity means the alloys of aluminium, not the pure aluminium, the alloys of aluminium. So it can be used under shock loads. Shock loads means suddenly applied loads, we can use it. And it is keeping the toughness down to very low temperatures without becoming brittle like carbon steels. So even the steel, when the carbon content is very high, that is the tensile strength will be less and it will be brittle. So it won't be brittle like even the temperature is very high also, it won't brittle. And also it is having a high reflectivity. Reflectivity means, I told you now, it reflects almost 92%. It won't allow the light and infrared rays to pass through it. And resistance to weather, common atmospheric gases and wide range of liquids. It is easily machined, cast, drawn and extruded. Whatever the shape we want to make with aluminum, we can make. And does not easily ignite. It is the fire resistance. It will not get easily fire. And it is having a good thermal and electrical conductor. It is corrosive resistance. Okay. So the next one we will see that and also it can be recycled easily. The scrap value of the aluminum is very high. It can be go and recycle or it can be used as a scrap. We will get the same amount back, almost the same amount. In almost all aluminum are used in construction. I told you high scrap value. Scrap means used materials thrown out as a waste material. That also will yield some amount. Steel, aluminum or all waste materials also will yield some. And non-corrosive, we are telling about non-corrosive, non-toxic. So it is used as a indoor and outdoor application because it is non-toxic and it resists corrosion. Also we told non-corrosive by water, snow, moisture, everything. And it is light in weight. It is having 1/3 of the density of the steel and it is having high strength and flexible. It does not strike spark nor get brittle under extreme cold or heat. Okay. So now we will see the aluminum as a building materials. So what is that? The first one, it is because of its air tightness. We are using it as a windows and doors. Okay. So it will aluminum door, window, it will be well designed. It can be easy. It will be very pleasant because it is having a white line. It will be very pleasant. We can see even the dust, everything that is there in that aluminum, we can easily wipe it off with a wet cloth. And it is also resistance to the rainwater, sunlight, so it is non-corrosive. So we can use it. First one, it is because of its air tightness. We can use it as a door and window. And for fully air conditioned building, if you see now, almost all the windows will be made up of this air conditioned. This made up of this aluminum ceilings. So it will be air conditioned. So air tightness. The second one, it is the appearance. So it can be given in various colors, right? And various designs. The designs can also be done in the various designs and various colors. So the appearance can be very good, pleasant. It can be, we can have different colors, we can have different shapes, different sizes, different surface. So it will be very, appearance will be very good, right? So this is one of the thing. And the third one, it is a cryogenic. So the cryogenic is that it does not become brittle on increase in temperature. So actually it has a very good tensile strength and the toughness is also very high. So it is used for this purpose, that is for, it is a steel, this rods that is used for various tying purpose, used for maximum where the tensile strength is very high. Now in that process we can use this aluminum. The next one, it can be easily fabricated. So whatever the size we need, we can easily fabricate it. I told you all the three methods now. Extrusion we can have, or the casting we can have. We can extend, we can go in for any type of things and we can get whatever the type of shape of the aluminum that we needed, we can use. And it can be easily assembled also, right? It is not need so much of energy, manpower, but all the aluminum products, it needs skilled laborers. Okay, so the handling and transportation, it is has very light in weight, so it can be easily transported but with care. Okay, not roughly, it cannot be handled, but what has not, it is can be having a very producing very fast and economic installation, right? It can be installed fast, it can be drilled fast, it can be fixed very fast. That is what it is, sawed, drilled, riveted, screwed, bent, welded or soldered, whatever the type of joint we can go in, but we can do it very fast. So it is there either in the workshop or on the building site, we can directly do it. Okay, so the next one, it is the high corrosion resistance. So it is the buildings and all they are giving for the air conditions building, because it is not corrosive, it is weatherproof, air tightness, it is highly corrosive. The next one, it is a high reflectivity. I told you 92% of the sunlight and 98% of the infrared rays are reflected back. So it is mainly used for the window glazings, right? It is used. And the next one, it is the next one is high scrap value. So we told you, even after using the aluminum, if you don't want, don't want to throw it as that is a waste material, we can go and resell it or recycle it to get it a new product, or resell it, that will have a very high scrap value. Only 5% of the this cost will be lost. It is having a high strength to weight ratio. I told you the alloy will have 200 megapascals to 600 megapascals. Okay, so this is almost more than the strength of the steel. Okay, so it is used for the car manufacturing, aeroplane manufacturing, in the aerospace engineering. This aluminum plays a very high role, right? Okay, so actually this is having, because it is light in weight, but they are having a very high strength. So like this type of material is very hard to find. So it is there, and the maintenance is very less. Okay, so whatever the wheels that we can have now, it is there in the car. You can see in the tires, we can have this aluminum board. So we can easily maintain. It is non-corrosive. It can be easily, swiped off, and it can be coated with any type of paint. And we have, these are the material. This is the cutting machines that we are using for the cutting of aluminum. After seeing the advantage, again we will see, due to this three process, what are the things that we will see. Some quickly go through. Advantage: it is a slim profile, durable, low maintenance, anti-corrosive, light in weight, but it's strong. Available as anodized and baked with finishing, long-lasting color, water resistance, and salt or even. Okay, so actually it is anodizing is nothing but the electrolyte process used to increase the thickness of the films, right, or aluminum. The anodic films are normally between 5 to 25 micron thick, depending upon its use. So you can use it as a coating for the aluminum, which is very useful, right? The next one, it is a forms of aluminum. I told you this is the one is casting based, extrusion based, and it is the rolling based. Apart from that, one is that it is foil for powdered based. It is foil is bound because of the sheet. The sheet, if it is 0.2 mm and below thickness, it is called as the foil. The foils, it can be crushed together to form the powders. Okay. So the next one, it is the casting base. You can see, due to the casting, these are that form. Okay, blaster head or hardware and fittings or security and decorative grills are mainly formed due to this casting. And the next one, it is the sheet. These are the things, you know, all of you know that sheet trays now we are using in the labs. They are using in the food industries, the hotels, everyone, they have a steel tray, right? You go for a fast food, you can see that and all will be there. The table trays, type of false ceiling also we can use this type of corrugated ceiling. If you are going for GI steels, it will be very high weight, but you can go for aluminum things. Most of the industrial shed is made up of aluminum sheetings, and these are prefabricated houses, right? So already the house can be built using aluminum. It can be shifted, rainwater, bridging, and angel proof and roofing. All these things we can see one by one. So we can have this decorative sheets, and we can fix it anywhere what we wanted. Okay, so anodizing sheet, pre-painting sheets, reflected sheets, lighting sheets, trailer roofed sheets, rural roofing sheets, decorative panel sheets, patterned sheets, and vinyl coated sheets. These are the sheets that is there. These are all mainly because of this rolling process, the extrusion process, we will have this doors and windows, all the frames that is extruded. The rails, the roads, every pavement, everything that is extruded. So you can see these are the extruded part, right? It is having a, different sizes, different thickness, different length. It can have, and different shapes also it can have. And it is the panels and curtain wall geodesic domes. Domes are nothing but it will be like this. The entire dome will be made up of this extrusion. So it can be used. And greenhouse. You will see the greenhouse in the coming slide. Okay. So then it is used for the powdered aluminum is used in the paints. It is mixed with the paints and we will get several colors of paints. And also it is used as the decorative laminates, insulative foils, paints and waterproofing sheets. And then this is one of the things that you can see, the aluminum coils with several decorative things and several colors you can see here, right? So the next one, it is used mainly in the false ceiling. So you can see in the false ceiling there, in between the two thermocol, they will have this aluminum, rocks, right? Small rocks here you can see now. These are all made up of aluminum. Okay, you can see here. Okay, so these are all this flat false ceiling. Such a ceiling we will use it in the almost in the where we are using centralized AC in the labs and other things we are using. And this is what I told you, the prefabricated houses. So prefabrication is done, and for the outer to have the full, nowadays we are IT industries, mostly we are going for centralized AC. So centralized AC, in order to have the air tightness and in order to prevent the water, that is the moisture and coming out of this, we have this type of aluminums that is there. So which is prevent, and it will be effective as a paneling material. The next one, it is the rainwater articles. So here the non-corrosive material is best choice for the gutter, sprout, etc. Okay, this is a gutter. It is there in the roof now. In the roof you will have a gutter like things here. So the rainwater will go here. It is not a non-corrosive, and it can easily bring the water down. So we are using it for the gutters for the rain, and ridging and the angle of roof. So here also, right? So if you want to have a ridging process by which we will have the sunlight to enter into the house and other things, we will use this ridging process. We can use this as the aluminum, and in between we will have the glass panels, or we will have the roofing panels. Even the panels may be of aluminum. And foil and the powdered, I told you, we are using the powder in the paints, and foil we are using. This is the insulation foils which we are using it for the insulation purpose, even above the air conditioning rooms, right? Centralized air condition, we can use this foil for the air tightening materials. And we are the powders that we are using in the paints, which will give the little bit lustering, right? It is brightness it will give. And the extrusion base we are using, we have already told you, it is a window that is there. It is a 16 gauge, 18 gauge, 20 gauge is there. Gauge is the weight by which the windows are there. It is 195 rupees mostly, around per kg. And the fascia, panels and curtain walls. This is the curtain walls that is there, used for the decoration. You can see a very big mall. In between your front you will see the fascia that, depending upon that, that is what extensive of the front mall only, we will be seeing that how big this mall is, right? So that it is mainly based of this interlocking section of the aluminum, and this is what the domes I talked about this. So here the geodesic dome will have so much of aluminum in between the glass panels, or the lightweight roof materials will be added. And these are the greenhouses. Nowadays greenhouses mostly we going for aluminum, this thing instead of this. First they were going in for the that is the trees and also steel, but due to this lightweight, it can use it for this green gardens and rooftop gardens. Mostly the same principle is adopted in the rooftop gardens. And not like glazed shells, right? Mostly this not like this glazings will be available in all the industries. So you can see this is a knot light. Here we are using it for the that is for the air to move and sunlight to come in and go. We are using this knot light shells in almost all the industries. You can see all these things are made up of this aluminum of maximum different sizes. Okay. So the next one, it is the difference is that the cost, the little bit aluminum is little bit costed than the UPVC, that is the PVC pipes, and the durability is very high compared to the UPVC or the steel because it is non-corrosive, less in weight. The cleaner it is easily be clean, and the flexibility will be more, and it can be available in the different colors. So what is the most thing I want to tell you, it is that the product, it is either by casting, remelting, and it is formed Al2O3 is taken. It is taken as a primary aluminum, and it is by the casting process or remelting, and the products are formed. Products are formed by three things. One is casting, rolling, and extrusion process. So when it is formed, it is packed after the aluminum is formed. It is packed and it is then transported to other process, and it is mainly used in the building and the electrical appliance. After using, again it will be turned to the Al2O3 as a scrap material. Okay. So these are the different forms. Here you can see aluminum fibers, aluminum cans. You have drinking this now, Coca-Cola, Fanta, that is an aluminum can. These are the common materials, right? These are the vessels that you use. This is the aluminum foil that you use it for the packing of foods. You can see this as the aluminum copper alloy wires, and this is the aluminum pipe fittings. So all these things are different things which we use it in the day-to-day activities as a pipe fitting, or windows and other things. Okay. So by this I conclude that we have seen in this class aluminum, how it is produced, and how from the bauxite ore 8% of the aluminum oxide is available in the earth, and we saw the different applications of aluminum only based on the building materials. I didn't touch the other applications like aerospace and other things which are more light, but I touched the building material. Okay, next class we will see about the gypsum and glass. Okay.